Hello, Shirley. Thinking number one. First one in here. Hey, Sharon. Mormith. Good Mormith. We got you. Good morning. Good morning, Debbie. Beautiful morning here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Currently at 53 degrees under partly sunny skies. Gonna get up into the mid to low 60s today. Top of the morning. What's going on, Gene? Well, you're weeding the yard. You're on YouTube, huh? Road closed ahead. I don't think so. It says road closed ahead. I don't believe that sign. See, you can't believe everything you read. You all seen the construction sign back there. Road closed ahead. Do you believe it? See, that's a big mistake, you know, because there's no road closed here. So, yeah, I don't know. $81 degrees right now. That's Florida, right? Beautiful, Sharon. It's been good. Yesterday was so cold it could have snowed here. I was like, God damn, it was raining on and off. I got my steaks made for Mother's Day between the rain. I got a break in the rain, so I quick grilled them. Only took 2 minutes aside. It's 4, maybe 5 minutes on the grill, not even. Man, were they juicy, bloody red. Oh my God. Biggest sirloin steak you ever want to see. So yeah, the weather's been crappy. I don't know. Now for a stretch of a week now, we're gonna have sunshine and mid 60s into the 70s. So we'll wash the car. We're gonna wash the truck today because now it's not gonna rain for the next I don't know 7-8 days, maybe longer. We'll see what happens. No wonder you haven't been around Costanza. There you are, Costanza. Well, you're in here today. What's going on, man? You're here today. It's all quiet here in the gateway to Allentown. This is 7th Street heading south. They call this the gateway to Allentown, to Center City. Check out this beautiful city, the 3rd largest city in the state. I don't care for all the trees lined along the streets. There's a proper place for trees, and it's not. It shouldn't be here because, A, they're dirty. B, they ruin the sidewalks. You should see all the sidewalks. They put the trees there too big. They don't realize, these numbskulls, when they plant a tree, it's tiny. Well, they grow up to be adults. Look at this thing. They're cracking all the sidewalks. Number 3, you can't get ladders to commence a rescue if these buildings burn. You can't do anything because there's trees in front of the places. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. In the west end of Allentown, the trees are so huge. They during windstorms, they fall over, they crush houses, cars. It's just a big mess, these trees. See, like these are nice and little. They're going to grow huge. Because people don't know what they're doing when they plant this shit. It should be illegal. There should be an ordinance against tree-lined streets. Keep them in the forest, all right? See how little these trees are? They're going to grow. They're going to become humongous. Instead of planting trees, they should plant macadam into the potholes. All right. No more ranting about trees. They take the beauty away from the architectural of the city. You know what I mean? The architecture of the city, it's you hide it with trees. People on the planning commission, I'm telling you what, I could go off on the planning commission. I don't know who decides to do this, but they ruin the natural beauty of the city. There's a lot of these buildings are, you know, centuries old. They don't make them like this anymore. And you cover them up with trees. Yeah, a woman decided to do that. Probably. Nothing against women, but, you know, they're all about the plants and the flowers and the tree. Then you got to water the bull crap. What are we doing over here? Drilling. They must be putting a building in over there. They're going to start drilling the ground, taking soil samples. Oh, sorry, you're in a hurry. Allentown paramedics. See that? We always get to see something when you're in my broadcast. An ambulance, a police car, a fire truck, a numbskull, Gloria. We should have checked. I didn't even consider it. Anyway. Hey, there's a street sweeper. We even get some street sweeping action. Cleaning up the city of Allentown. Costanza, you back in town now? You're back up here? I know you actually are afraid, man. You were afraid the rocket was going to crash somewhere in Philly, and you bounced out for the week until it crashed, and now you're back. Now, you know, you're more afraid than Duff with a tornado. Well, he was in the line there. I mean, anywhere from Delaware to Philly, you know, all in that area. It's just not a particular area. I mean, all the way to the Carolinas, I guess, could have crashed. Here we go. Northampton County loves tones. Yeah, he got his truck all hooked up. Yeah. It looks nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if that's what the kid wants to do, personally, you know, I would be investing money into LLN when I'm not making anything. I mean, you're just digging yourself deeper in the red. And then when you say you did make money, no, you didn't, because it's like a casino. You know, you spent, you know, $5,000. You finally won, you know, maybe 4,000 or 5. You're actually not ahead. You could hit big at $2,000 and think, oh man, I made $2,000. I hit $2,000. Yeah, but dude, in the last year, what did you spend? Nobody ever tells you what they lost. They're never ahead. When you gamble, when you buy shit like this for a hot, you don't make money. You're just, you know. You know, yeah, so when he says he makes, you know, $50 on YouTube last month, or no, he didn't. He actually lost money because his business is he's digging his hole deeper and deeper. You know, make $3, $4, $5, $6,000, and then spend $1,000 on lights, and you're still $4,000 ahead. You understand the concept of running a business? You know, you're not making nothing. You're spending more than you're making. I did that for the longest time on my. Now, I have money other ways, but, you know, when I started out in this, I bought a camera. It took me, you know, but I had the money to spend it. I didn't blink an eye at it. But now I'm making decent money. I probably caught up with what I spent in the business over the last 12 years, finally making it. But I didn't solely depend on it. So it's different when you're running a business, you know, and it's nice to have a hobby. If you want to spend that kind of money on a hobby, then fine, but don't tell us you're making money. Like I said, you want to see the brains of any business, you look at their P&L. That'll tell you if the business is healthy or not. And for the majority of people that are mom and pop operation, their P&Ls are a complete mess. I don't know how the government doesn't come down on that, but most people have no clue on where the money's coming from, where it's going. I always watch that Marcus Lemonis on Profit, and every business he goes to rescue, I just shake my head going, guys, Marcus is crazy, because these businesses that are hurting, they're not even worth it. They're not even worth saving. And keeping the people on that have been running them, the founder, most of them are stealing from their own business, and that's why their P&Ls are so goofed up, and the business is never making money. I seen a business making $2 million a year, and the guy has no money in the bank. Are you kidding me? Marcus should have just got up off the table and walked out the door. There's no say they I don't know where the money's going. I do this. Yeah, but you know where the money's going. You're gambling it. You're spending it on drugs. You're buying a yacht. You're buying, everything else. But you don't care about your business. A lot of people have no business being in business. I should write a book like that. You have no business being in business because you're a moron. Sell me your good goddamn idea and I'll open the freaking thing, right? But that's the truth, people. Anyway. We're entering the city of Bethlehem. They had a 2-alarm blaze last night, was later, in the Marvine Village, which is the projects. They look like, they're literally like 10 foot by 20 foot, not even. Yeah, 1 story. They're like one room, what do you call it? Army barracks, like that you stay when you're in basic training or something. They're really, really, they're smaller than a storage shed, actually. And that'll work in fire in one. It's second alarm. It's a 1-in-1 in any other city. 8 firemen, nothing, 8 firemen could, I guess that's a 2-alarm fire in Bethlehem, 8 men. Because they don't run 4 men on an engine, so maybe that is a 2-alarm blaze. But I wasn't going to run out in the cold, dreary, wet weather for a shed fire, basically. I think my shed's bigger than some of those places in Marvine Village. I don't know how people live in a, you put a sofa and a dresser in there, and you like there's no room to move. I don't even know where the kitchen is. But hey, if the people don't want to get ahead in life and they're okay with that, who am I to complain that the places are small? I guess it's better than being homeless. Where am I going? I can make a left here and go. I'll go one more up. I'll go through Center City. I could have banged the left there, but I'll go up here. I'll take you up. You tweets. You twits. Oh, we're not on Twitter. You're not a twit on here. All right. Up here, we're gonna pass the engine 6, ladder 2, quarters. Engine 9 is sitting out here on the street. There's engine 9, just past the Memorial Firehouse. See, now we've seen an ambulance, we've seen a fire truck. Things fall in threes. Since I'm in Bethlehem Center City and you never get to see it during the day, how about if I just take a spin around the block? We'll show you historic Main Street with Hotel Bethlehem. That's haunted. I'll give you a trip around here because we never seen it during the day. So, see what happens here. Maybe we'll get some action. What's going on, Lynn? Lynn, how you doing, Lynn? Where you been? This is the for Costanza. This city is like the Ambler, the Montgomery County. It's the I think my shit don't stink type of people live here. I don't know why. Why are you hiding out? Somebody after you? Somebody's after Lynn. Go home on the back of the CTS. Look at that. The license plate says go home. That's a good idea, buddy. Glad you reminded me. Go home. No kidding. This tall building to my right here, I think it's empty. I don't know what's in there. It's a shame. The city really is dead. Nothing going on in Bethlehem. Just a bunch of restaurants. They think, restaurants carry the economy of a city, and it doesn't. Restaurants, believe it or not, are the worst investment you can make. They're very high risk. Banks won't even lend you money unless you're footing most of the bill. And the banks that do, they're crazy because it's a very high risk, high failure business. But they all look up to restaurateurs, and they put them on a pedestal like they're high and mighty because they feed us. I mean, I'd rather, the small mom and pop pizza shops and everything. But when you open up a high-end restaurant, I think it's got to carry the city's all proud of it. They come out for a ribbon cutting ceremony and all this crap. And then in 7 months, they're out of business. Why are you giving these people the attention? And then somebody like me opens up a store. Nobody gives a shit. They try to shut me down, and I've been in business 30 years. A lot of profit. It's virtually no risk. You need all your own money because the banks won't lend you the money either, just like restaurants. Banks won't lend you money to open these businesses up because they, for whatever reasons. I don't know. But you can see here, 11 o'clock and the city's dead. There's nobody out. We got the Star of Bethlehem there and this crosswalk. This is just... and they think they got it, a big business running down here. There's no business. There's no money being exchanged. The little clothing boutiques down here, I mean, a handful of people shop there because the clothing is so damn ugly. Looks like it's made for Amish people. I don't know. In restaurants, nobody here at lunchtime. Look at this place, dead. And that's why I was totally against the government shutting down restaurants during the lockdown and taking most of their power grip out on restaurants. A, they're a hard business to run. They feed America. You know, most of them, it's a high risk. It's a you know, it's a huge failure risk alone. And then the government shuts you down. That should have been the least of their worries. They should have never had to worry about a government agency shutting them down. You know, you can have the dirtiest kitchen on the planet and get, you know, every time the Department of Ag comes out to inspect your kitchen, you know, you get 17 violations, but they never shut you down. Talk about a health risk. All right there. But yet the government, because of a germ, they can shut your business down and close you up. But yet, you know, most of these kitchens, these five-star restaurants, they got dirty kitchens. They get a lot of violations. Look them up. And they never get shut down. They just ignore them, and then a year goes by, the inspector comes out again. Oh, you got the... But nobody does, checkups and re-inspections. You know, how many get fined? How many get closed for a week until they clean their act up? But then the government, because of a germ, comes in and shuts your business down. That makes completely no sense. More people get sick at eating at a restaurant and don't even know it. I bet you every day, every one of these restaurants, somebody is getting sick from the food they were served, because you can't keep the place 100% sterile and clean. You go home and you crap your brains out for 4 hours. It's probably something you ate at a dirty restaurant. But they don't get shut down for that, but yet shut down for a germ. So I do feel for restaurant people, you know, because I see how hard the business is. Intensive labor business. You got to make everything. Yeah, people aren't satisfied, you know, because your food's not consistent. Well, it's hard, you know. You're not using frozen crap. You're making it fresh every day. So there's gonna be inconsistencies. But people don't understand that. What are we here? What's this Sally something on that building over there? Yeah, she passed away and left her fortune to the college and got her name up on a building. Big deal. She's dead. Like, she really sees that building now. You know what I mean? Where am I at? Can I ask? I don't even know where I'm at. I think this is where I turn. I don't know. Do you want to turn your turn signal on so I know you're freaking turning? Yeah, you stupid. People are morons. Turned her turn signal on the last minute. I was wondering why she was stopping there, and then she stops and then turns her turn signal on. So I had to think for her. Like, do I go or do I just wait? Or, well, I got to think for two people, me and her. So that's that. Don't start a restaurant, people. Your cooking may be good at home, but let me tell you, it's a lot of work. A lot of work to run a restaurant. Grueling hours. Your employees is a revolving door. Who's going to be your master chef, your cook? He needs days off. He gets sick. Who's going to do the cook? You can't cook like this. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to do it, though, I guess. Anyway, I'm just rambling on to give you guys, you know, I don't want to drive around and not talk. You know, kind of boring. Okay, so you have a female that passed out. You need a paramedic for that? Give her smelling salts and call it a day. Go home. That's why I could never be a paramedic or an EMT. I don't give a shit about people. You got a headache? There, take some Tylenol. Hey, you got chest pains? Take a fucking Tums and if that don't work, take an aspirin. If the aspirin works, you're having heart problems. Go to the doctor. Tums don't take the pain away. Try an aspirin. That relieves the pain. You got heart problems. There you go. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you don't have a massive heart attack on the way there. You really got to want to help people if you're a paramedic or an EMT. I don't know how those people actually do it. And I mean, people are dirty just in general. You gotta touch these people and talk to them and go in their dirty houses. cockroaches everywhere, cat piss. Smells like Ben Gay and piss mixed together. Oh, man. I don't know. That's another job I won't want. But somebody's got to do it. Hey, I wonder if this is the guy on TikTok. He does the live video from the back of the garbage truck. So what's up, everyone? I hope you guys get a fresh start for the new week. Make it the best week you can. Hopefully you make some bank.
2 automatic fire alarm. Livingston Manor, 1054 Livingston Street, Bethlehem City. Communications fire dispatch.
1054 Livingston. They get an alarm there a couple times a week. Old folks, low-income housing over there. How y'all doing today? Is anybody in here? I mean, there's nobody talking. This is really boring for me. You know what I mean? I'm the one doing all the talking. Ain't nobody talking back to me. You know, sometimes it's good to have trolls in the broadcast. It livens things up. This is like, you guys are like, I feel like I'm in a cemetery talking to the tombstones. I don't know what to do with you people. Oh, hell. Is that Lucky Dog? Oh, that's what I smell. Burnt Burger King. I said, man, that has a hint of burnt something, and then a hint of flame broil, and here it was. It was Burger King. You need a backyard scope. Renee, you like to hear me talk. Well, I guess that's true. You people like to hear me talk. I ran out of subjects to talk about. I talked about Bethlehem. I talked about restaurants. I talked about business in general. I talked about profit and loss statements. Oh, God, I keep make it in here. All right. Are we a little busy here today or what? It's going to be intermission now. I got to run in here quick. Let me see what you guys were saying. Good morning, y'all. Hello, Chanel. Chanel Perez. I like that name. About my animals. Okay, Sharon. Oh, hi, Sharon. Are you milking the cows today? You like to pull on those udders. And I like to hear me talk. I have no idea where everybody is, Lynn. Talk about my smash burgers. I used 2 packs of meat. I don't know how many pounds it was. And they came out really good. My smasher didn't smash them like real thin. I don't know what happened. I need a different smasher. I bought the Blackstone smasher. When I smashed them, they were still a little too thick. So, man, with the cheese and the onions, I make them in a ball. I made 11. I filled the whole grill. So I had to call people up and say, hey, come down and eat some hamburgers. And I was going to have 2. But when we were going to, because I thought they'd smash real thin, so I would make like a double. Well, the doubles were, the meat alone was this thick. So after we were done eating one, we weren't really hungry for eating another hamburger. So I had all these extra hamburgers. I called some of the family members down to eat them up, and they came out really good. I take the ball, make them into a ball. Maybe I made them too big. I got to make them just a little bit smaller next time, the ball. Then I cut up onion, stringy onion, and then laid it over the top of the ball. I smashed it down so the onion went into the meat. Cooked them for like a minute or 2 minutes on the one side. Flipped them. Threw the cheese on. Kept them on another minute or so. Fucking took them off. We're done. All the meat, even the steaks I cook, no more than 4 minutes on that grill. 4 minutes, they're perfectly medium to rare. I mean, when I did the steaks yesterday, and no kidding, the steaks were about this big. I actually now know, because one sirloin steak was like this, it could have fed 4 people. I made 2 of them, and there was only 4 of us. So I got like a whole steak left over. I'm going to eat today for lunch, me and my nephew. 2 minutes each side, and when we put them on the plate, there must have been, a half an inch of blood just laying there. That you just use that as sauce, and I was dipping the steak into that blood. There's nothing better than that. Yeah, so now these steaks, I know they were packaged. They were the largest sirloin steak I ever seen. If you had to order one of these in a restaurant, you would have probably paid, at a mediocre steakhouse, you probably would have paid $130 for it. I'm telling you, it was this big. I mean, you couldn't even fit the whole thing on a plate. It was bigger than a plate. I had I cut the one in half to throw on the grill, but I thought, I'm not going to ruin them. I shouldn't have did that. But they were even hard to flip on the grill. They were just so huge. I've never seen steak that big. I thought maybe there was 2 or 3 packaged into the vac sealed bag, but when I took it out, it was one big piece of meat. And let me tell you, when you cut into it, when I was done, completely like a nice red. I can't even describe how nice this meat is. The sirloins were a little more lean than the rib steaks and stuff that I had. The sirloin was a little more lean, but I guess that's they're grass-fed steers, so. But definitely really good, man. We've been eating a lot. My daughter said no more. She needs a break, at least 2 weeks of eating my meat from the freezer. I said, don't worry, we got all year to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. I don't have another steer coming for, another year. We can eat some of this. And it has to last till like October, November. So, and I'll probably be done with it by midsummer. The way I'm eating it, the way we're going through it, midsummer, yeah, we're going to be completely done. I'll probably give a couple roasts away because I don't do roasts. I'll make one roast, but I got like 5-6 roasts in there, all different types of cuts. So, yeah, don't ever buy your meats at the grocery store again. I'm telling you that's there's no comparison. So let me run in here, and I'll be right back. Go pull a couple weeds or whatever. Get a coffee. Take another trip. We're gonna go through the car wash after this, people. The car wash. That's always fun. All right, so stay tuned. When we come back after this break, we're going to the car wash.
647 automatic fire alarm. The threat is 3501 Northwood Avenue, Palmer Township. Location of attack 31129. Artemis 27 automatic fire alarm. 3501 Northwood Avenue, Palmer Township. 1129. 321, 1130 hours. My family security for a fire smoke alarm on the south toilet. That's 2070, that's 411. That's 411, yeah.
Bad news. Important calls await for Bill. Do they? I didn't hear the phone ring.
4505 Main Street. A TSA violation. Caller's name, there's a male by the name of Matt. White male, glasses, wearing blue overalls with a hat. He's on the property. He was served the TSA. That's against someone associated with the business. The male's been aggressive with women in the past. He's beat on the complainant's boss previously. I don't know if that's who the TSA is associated with. At Riley's Pub, 4505 Main Street.
You know, I've dealt with that before. I've never had a PFA on anybody because you come to my place, I'll just knock you out with a baseball bat, actually. But I had numerous run-ins with boyfriends, you know, that come in and harass their exes or whatever. And we got to go over there and jack them up a bit. Now, pretty soon I'm going to be getting too old for that. Anyway, one thing I hate is when somebody disrespects your business. I hired the person. I didn't hire the family, the boyfriend, the husband. You know, I hired you. Come to work for me. I don't expect your boyfriend or husband to sit out in a parking lot for 4, 5, 6 hours. Now, I'm going to take care of these phone calls here because it's actually getting on my nerves. Apparently the texting function doesn't work on phones anymore. Okay, a couple things we were talking about. I said, hey, bad news. Then I hear that call. You know, respect. Even if you hate the person, they got to go to work. Don't interfere with their goddamn life at work. Be a man, for God's sake. All right? Man up and put your big boy pants on and deal with the shit when she gets home. Don't be showing up at her job. That's the worst thing I think somebody could do, and embarrass her at work. And then you wonder why everybody hates you. You know, people aren't scared of you. They're not. They think you're a fucking moron. Don't do it. Because one day you're going to mess with the wrong business, and three Hulks are going to come out of the back room and pick your ass up and throw you out the door. And then what are you going to do? Drive by later on with a BB gun and shoot BB holes in the window? Give me a break. Grow up. I pity women. I actually really pity women. because and the women you pity are the ones that have no idea. I mean, if you have a bad radar, and you just pick low life guys, do you think after the fifth or sixth one you'd wake up and say, you know what, I'm not going to go for a guy like that anymore? Maybe you got to trade something for something else. You got to trade looks for somebody that doesn't have great looks but might treat you really good. But these women date the same guy over and over and over. They the same looking guy, the same MO. All right? They don't change it up. And they wonder why they got bad luck with men. Getting beat up, disrespected, freaking pushed around, yelled at, belittled. Men got big problems, man. Men got big problems. Do that to my daughter. See what happens. I don't pity the women that continually go for the same type of guy and think, they're going to make a difference or this one's going to be different. No, they're all assholes. And Christ, if you're meeting people at a bar, maybe that's your first freaking mistake. No wonder women are dropping the young guys and going for men 15, 20, 25 years older than them. You know what I mean? We're, at this point in the game, they're right. We're more laid back. We're established, both with a career and financially. At this stage of life, we just want to kick back and chill. These women dating the 20 and 30-year-old men, the 30s, the 20s and the 30s, these guys, man, they're all mental. Then they think they own you. I hate a guy that thinks they own their woman. She can leave that house anytime she wants for any purpose. There's the door, all right? That's the difference between a 28-year-old and a 50-year-old, all right? I don't give a shit no more. I just want to have fun. Treat you as long, it's a two-way street. And you get tired of me, hey, might be hurt a little bit, but there's the door to go. I'm not going to show up at your work and yell and scream. My ex did that. I didn't show up at her job with flowers and sit out in front of her work begging her. Hey, you made that choice, son. There's the door. And then she waited, and I guess, now she tells my daughter she wondered why I never came and fought for her. You chose that path to walk down. Now you're going to learn your lesson. That's the type of guy I am. Did I go back and send her roses and cry to get her back? Absolutely not. You wanted to do what you did? All right, good. See ya. I think that she backfired on her. So just remember, that's why you date older men. Not that I didn't love her, but hey, you want to do that? Do you really love me if you're going to do it that way? I don't think so. Men got it. They're so immature, these guys. Going to this bar and it got to be. Now he's going to get his ass arrested. They will pick him up now. Even if he left and went home and he's hiding in his house, they're going to go to his house. They're gonna bring him out in handcuffs, and he's gonna go to jail because he violated the PFA. I don't care if he left and went home. That's not it. He came to the workplace. I'm sure as long as the distance that's listed in the PFA was violated, they will go to his house either today or tomorrow or some point. They're gonna pick him up and arrest him. The guy just fought an arrest. Don't matter if you went home and left. You weren't even supposed to be there. Adios, mofo. Anyway, bad news at the bank. I don't know what happened. I don't know. They'll never say anything. But the little hottie that was working there's no longer there. I asked. I didn't see her for 2 weeks. I thought I'll give her a week, maybe on vacation. 2 weeks off. This is the third. I haven't seen her. I said, hey, she's still with the bank? Nope, she's no longer with the bank. Not with the bank at all. Nope. Damn. I don't know if she got fired or she quit.
Please wait while we verify your membership.
I don't have a membership.
Welcome to
All right.
Please insert cash or card.
And
We're down there.
she seemed like she was really into it. Like she loved the job. She was doing a great job. She was all over the place there. She was taking care of the customers. Great personality. Maybe she moved on, you know. All right. Here, let me the car wash. Here we go, ladies and gents. Probably. Yeah, we're in a tornado simulator now. Renee, you got one that's 14 years older than you, huh? Kids in a marriage, not a complete life. Dork. Oh, Sharon, you know, a farmer is a manly man. That's hard work, you know. You got to be a man to do that work. Yeah, the signal's gonna drop because of the we're inside a cage. I should have got the cheap wash first, then went back around and got the good wash the second time, just to get all the grime off. But it shouldn't look too bad. I like that. There's nobody here. You got to come during the midday. There's nobody here. Oh, it's beautiful. In and out.
EMS 17 committed, EMS 15 replaced the VLS for transport. 3991 Hecton Road. That's the Country Club Road. Over in Ashworth Communications, Ops 11144.
Head back to the office. Go to lunch. Yeah, age gap relationships is a thing, and the reason the older men like the younger women is, you know, you can have fun with them. They're active. They'll keep you young. You know, trying to keep up with them. You can have a lot of fun, you know, and that's It's a win-win for both people in the relationship. And just, I hate to hear calls like that. Guys showing up at work. I had to deal with a number of them in the past, and let me tell you, it's kind of scary because you're getting involved in the middle of a domestic dispute, actually. But one day I showed up with 4 guys, and we all had shit in our hands. All right, and this guy was a Spanish guy, fresh out of jail, making his girl cry, and would flatten her tires so she can't get to work, and then she'd be late and call off. And one day he was in there really carrying on, and we showed up. He had his shirt off. He was chiseled out. He had all his tats on. Big tough guy. So I knew I needed backup. So I grabbed 4 guys. We went down there and we grabbed him and we put him up in front of the building. He started crying. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't do blah blah blah. Fuck you. Then another guy out of the other business came out. Another crazed white dude came out. Was like, hey, is everything okay out here? I said, yeah. The guy was crying. Big tough prisoner, right? He just got out of jail. He's a tough guy. But he's out of his element. He don't have his buddies. He's by himself. Now you just learn what it's like to fuck with an Italian business. So I go in, she's okay. I told him never to come back to this property. I said, you disrespect this place again and see what happens to you. So I go in and I said, he's out there crying, man. He's all like playing the victim. That's how he is. He cries, he'll play the victim, and because he's met his match now, so now he changes his tune. It's all an act, she said. I said, well, I told him never to come back. If he does, we'll see what happens. He wasn't about to raise a fist to us, man. He looked down and seen what was in our hands, and he was like, oh, man, I'm freaking done here. Yeah, huh? Now you know what it feels like when you and your fucking jabrotis come out and intimidate people, huh? Now you got it on your own. Yeah, you see what happens. You come back here, you see what happens. I'm surprised, I was like, oh man, now he's gonna come up and smash the windows, or he's gonna get his boys out here or something. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but what the hell? If you overthink it, you never do it, and then the guy, he might come in and wreck your place one day because she's in there and who knows what. But so you take that chance. You show him who's boss. I didn't call the cops, but then I was 25 years younger, maybe 20 years younger. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, 100%. You can't let people walk all over you. You set the tone. If I go down there like a pansy, well, now he's going to still take advantage of us all. He'll disrespect my business, but then now he knows, We show up there with a bunch of guys, and we cornered him right up against the building, and it's like, I said, what's your fucking problem? Huh? He started crying, tears coming down his eyes. Oh, I don't know. I don't mean nothing. I just come here. She's the one acting. He tried to turn the whole story around on her. God, I don't care what's going on in your personal lives. Don't bring it here to my business. Now get the hell out of here. You come back here and see what happens. Now I set the tone. He might be afraid to do something else. I go in there as a pansy. I don't know. Maybe he'll bring his boys back, or he'll do something else. You don't know what's going to happen. You got to set the tone for how people are going to treat you in the future when they meet you. That's the first time he met me. You're probably thinking, damn, I don't know who this guy is, but I ain't going to fuck with him no more. And that's the end of the story. But, I don't know what she's seen in this guy, actually. I have no... Again, I really couldn't pity her after that, because I said, man, you need glasses or something. I mean, anybody to date this guy, he's a prisoner. He's not bringing anything to the table. He's living off the fat of the land with you. He doesn't want you to go to work. He controls your life. He flattens your tires so you can't get here. You know, he comes here and harasses you, makes you cry, makes your life miserable. And he has zero, zilch, nothing to bring to the table. What do you see in a guy like this? I just look at this girl, and at that point, I was just like, I don't feel sorry for you. Because apparently you can't see. What I see and what you see are two different things. You know? I don't know how women would even date a guy that's going to have to be in prison. I don't know. Well, they all need love. No, they don't. No, they don't. You ain't their doctor. You ain't going to help them and change them.
A 2-month-old female who had a virtual doctor said they're saying that her ribs are contracting. She's conscious for it.
Ribs are contracting. She's conscious and alert. What is that? What makes your ribs contract? She had a virtual doctor's appointment. Are we kidding people? Is this it? Is this what it's come to? Virtual doctor visits? Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. This whole world's falling apart. Her ribs are contract. I gotta Google that. That's a new one. Guys, you hear it all. You tune into my broadcast. You never know what you're gonna hear. Unbelievable. Yeah, right. I'm gonna Google rib contractions. What the hell? I didn't know your bones can move like that. What are they contracting? What are they going in?
Fallen Bethlehem Township, 4807 Freeman'sburg Avenue. Pediatrics office for a 9-month-old fever of a 102 and a seizure.
Waiting to exhale.
EMS 17 committed, EMS 20 in place of ALS, seizures, Lehigh Valley Pediatrics, 4807 Freeman'sburg Avenue, Bethlehem Township, communications on small and low, 2 hours.
Oh, you're over there at Aldi's. You're behind me now. You're watching me from Aldi's. Are you working? What are you doing? Number 3, you working or you shopping? You're wearing Adidas. Nice. I'm about to sign off. I got to get to the office, actually. It's going on top of the hour, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 55 degrees. It's going to get up into the 60s today. A little breezy, but hey, I guess we can live with the breezy. We're getting used to it. I'll just pull over here and say goodbye. All right. And that's that. Let me check out the messages, and then I gotta go, guys. I seriously gotta go. Christ. Number 3, don't give a location. You'll be stalked. All right. All right, Costanza. Now you piss me off, you son of a bitch. Now you piss me off. That's it, Costanza. Now you piss me off. Son of a bitch. What am I going to do with this guy?
Your alarm system is in a trouble mode. Lehigh University will take care of it.
Yeah, it's in a trouble mode, all right. It's nothing but trouble, these alarms. All right, Costanza. Now you piss me off. This is it. You make me so mad. We're trying not to talk about this shit no more. And Costanza brings it up. You know what I mean? He's like, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it no more. Then he brings it up. Huh? Huh?
10-4-802-11-54.
You want to bring it up, Costanza? Huh? There it is. There it is. A vaccine store. All right? There it is. Can you imagine? This used to be AC Moore. That's how big this place is. Now it's a vaccine store. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the two guys in there. They're like sleeping. Apparently nobody's coming in to get a vaccine. Look at this. Karen just got hers. She walked out loud and proud. Here, look at this guy. He's going. He parked all the way down the end of the lot. And he's coming for his vaccine, right? He didn't want nobody to see him. He parked all the way down the other end of the lot. Yep, he's going in there. Huh? He probably goes online and says how tough he is. Oh, I'm not getting that vaccine. He's sneaking in the place to get one now. Guaranteed. Huh? Shove that vaccine up your ass and spin it, all right? Anyway, no reason to get angry over people who want to put poison in their arm. I'm all right with it. I don't give a shit if y'all drop the hell over, all right? That's the feeling I'm having today. I'm number one. I don't give a shit about anybody. You want to fucking snort cocaine till you drop over and you have a heart attack? Go ahead. If you want to pump freaking heroin in your veins, who's it my business? Go. Kill yourself. I don't give a shit if you smoke a carton of cigarettes a day. I don't care. Do it. Kill yourself. I don't care. And I still say we have the freedom to kill ourselves. If you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. What's it our business? What's it the government's business if you want to commit suicide, with Kavark, what's his name, Kavarkian or whatever his name was? The suicide doctor? Why not? Just do it. It's nobody's business. If I don't want to be alive anymore, you kill yourself. You want to put poison in your system? Who am I to say? All right, Costanza, do you get the rant out of me? They'll probably restrict this because of the talk about, that what I just said. But we all need to mind our own business. We got to get back to the 1970 way of life, where we weren't offended by anybody's speech. We weren't offended by, racial jokes. We weren't offended by anything, all right? You could do anything you wanted in the 70s and nobody cared. Let's get back to that.
North Whitehall Township to McDonald's, 5060 Route 873, Crusher to William Penn Drive and Foxcroft Drive. Robert responsible for vehicle accident with injuries. Station.
Okay, guys. I'll be back. Take care. Love you, ladies. Love the ladies. And bye, guys.